See how this goes. How long we can keep up. Oh, shit. Ugh. The hell is this? Oh. All right. Let's go. So, what? It's probably standing there too long. So I'm doing what I have been. So for the most part, when I played my characters, I played them all on World Tier 2. Why is it nighttime? But how do I? Well, if yeah, you could look up here. So it's Tier 2. World Tier is different than World Tier 1 to Tier 2 because it's harder. And I always normally play on the harder setting just because you get more experience and better loot drops. But you have to at the top level anyway if you want to get the best loot drops. Right now I am farming. Hold on. It never fails. Okay. So right now I'm farming Forbidden City. And Forbidden City was one that I saw recently people were saying was really good. But Tormented Ruins was supposedly really good too, but the problem with Tormented Ruins is that it's got a whole lot of different ways you can go, and it's really time consuming. Forbidden City is pretty linear. There's like one cutoff, one shoot off that you have to do or can do, depending on if you're going to the end boss or not, which I tend not to go to the end boss. It's just faster and better loot. But Forbidden City is pretty straight, and that's why it's probably the best, definitely the best looting possible that you can do in the game. For this anyway. So I'll show you my build real fast. So this is not my build. This is just kind of the main Barbarian Whirlwind build that's out right now. I haven't made any changes to it. The idea is to basically get anything that helps keep your berserker up, your berserking up, as far as your legendaries go. You're trying to get anything that will increase the duration on your berserking and increase your damage output, you know, stuff like that. That's what you really want. I don't have anything yet that does that. Right now it's kind of health bubble, more damage against unstoppables, critical strike chance against low 38% health or lower enemies, getting the barrier from elites. Let's see, critical strikes giving me movement speed increase. The tornadoes coming out when you get 100. Attack and speed increase was actually really nice. I just got this. Critical strike chance is increased by 12%. Each second is channeled, right? So this is really good because it makes your roll run basically crit all the time. This is really good because it makes your shouts give you fury. That's the other thing you're trying to get is the fury. All your shouts to give you extra fury. Damaging enemies will leap. People or Whirlwind have a 46 chance to summon an ancient. So this is actually pretty cool. This is something that I really, really enjoy coming out. That happens during my my damaging when I'm attacking anyway. And then this is the sword that I have right now. Attacking enemies increase the basic, the core damage, which is my whirlwind. So if you attack with your swords, with my swords, then I'll get a 50% damage increase on the first whirlwind hit, right? And then you already saw these, right? So I thought that you had to just farm this, and that's all you did was whatever drop. But if you don't know what imprinting is, you can actually go over to the Daemon Oculus here, and you can have him take out, which you should probably, most people should know this, but he will take out that legendary affix that's at the bottom down there. They will remove that and give it to you into an aspect like these, right? So when you remove it out of here, out of an item, it goes into here, and then you can take that and imprint it onto any piece of armor you want. So say you find a rare, a yellow, that you really like, you can imprint. You could take this, well, this one's imprinted, so I can't, but, and the ones that aren't imprinted, like this one, I can take it, remove it into an aspect, and then imprint it on like a rare, and it will turn that rare into a legendary, right? So, and then you can go to the blacksmith and you can upgrade it, right? So that's kind of the formula for how they're doing the game. It's actually pretty good. I like it, and you can even mess with the stats too. So, which is, I can't remember if it was Diablo 2 or Diablo 3 where you could do that. I can't remember. It's been a minute. But you can also mess with the Savage Citadels. Yeah, the enchantments, right? So there you go. So if I wanna change this, right? Then I can, whatever material cost is, and I can change this just like in the other Diablos. Right, so you can manipulate the secondary stats on it to try and get what you want. If I can get attack speed up, that would be the best, because I think if you can get enough lifesteal and attack speed up like you did in the other Diablos, you can, well, like in Diablo 2, because I don't remember Barbarian being very good in Diablo 3 as far as the flurry attack, the 1-2-handers going crazy with the life steal and doing shit tons of damage like in Diablo 2. I don't think you could do that in this yet. I'm not sure. It would be something I would love to get into if I could. It's something that I actually tried to do in the beginning of the game. I was trying to go for Flurry, or Frenzy, I'm sorry. Frenzy with attack speed increase. But there's nothing really that backs it up, right? There's nothing like, if you bleed an enemy, your attack speed increases by 30% or whatever. I think they're really trying to keep you from getting there in that way. There is a duelist down here. There is a duelist to increase your shit by 9%, it looks like. Maybe 10% at max. I'm not sure. Let's see. Attack speed. Okay. So none of this does attack speed, huh? Core skill deals 135 increased damage, but costs 100% more fury. Oh, that's a core. That's not a basic. Dealing direct damage with two-handed bludgeon, two-handed slashing, or dual-wielding weapons requires 10% increased damage for 10 seconds. With all 3 damage bonuses are active, you get additional 15 increased damage. Yeah, I don't know why they expect you to like weapon swap so much. It's this weird fucking thing they're doing. Like, they're expecting barbarians to weapon swap a shit ton, and I'm not doing it. There's no fucking way, dude. But, so there's the speed increase. While Call of the Ancients gain a 10% attack speed and 10% increased damage. So this might be something to go into, which is fine because the Primal Ancient's actually pretty strong. Hitting an enemy with rupture increases your attack speed by 25%. So this might be another thing to go into. Because if you look, most of the... See, like, there's, like, no speed increases whatsoever, except for it here. But even in reality, these aren't speed increases. This is because of the 60% attack speed increase just from Frenzy alone. But there is this. So, while berserking, your other skills gain 5% attack speed for each frenzy you have. Well, see, I don't know if that I don't know if that affects the core skill or not. I doubt it. But you could see they really are kind of like trying to keep you away from attack speed. I guess they don't want you going fucking nuts with the attack speed with life steal, because if you had life steal, tons of life steal, tons of attack speed, and tons of like increased damage somehow, you would just be unstoppable, right? Those would be what everybody would use. But sorry, so let me go ahead and just show you what the build is. So Frenzy into Enhanced Frenzy just because of the 60% bonus speed. Whirlwind into Enhanced Whirlwind into Violent Wind. One into Rallying Cry, one into this, one into this. One into Challenging Shout, one into this. This is all for Fury building. One into War Cry, one into this, one into this. 3 into Booming Voice. Again, this is all just for building up Fury and for the berserking and stuff like that. Combination. Increased move speed. You can actually do whatever you want with this. Actually, I might. Well, the increased move speed is nice. It's just because you're trying to get through the dungeon fast. Nothing in here. And then we go straight into Wrath the Berserker and then Prime Wrath of the Berserker. Alright. So, because we're stuck at 25, we don't get to go down into these, which is fucking crazy that they didn't allow us to go all the way to the end. But that's it. And then, so we'll go ahead and head out so you can see what this is like. I've already been farming for a lot of the day. Not a lot of the day, but some of the day. And, oh, there's a thingy over here. Excuse me. He must have already did it. I need to pick up a whole bunch of mulberries because I was lazy with picking those up. What?
I need more fury.
I still haven't.
Locked.
I still haven't made one of those to open that to see what's in there. I don't want your life.
Rated mature.
As an entrepreneur, as a creator, I'm
Barbarian can be very hard to level if you don't know what you're doing with them. Druid is just bad, period, even if you know what you're doing with them. Necro is retarded good. Sorcerer is retarded good.
I am a creator. I also dabble in all things.
That's good for you, buddy. I'm shutting you the fuck up. Thank you. Come on. I've been selling things for money, not as sell. I basically salvaged everything on all my tunes coming up. I wasn't using them for money at all.
I'm not ready. I need more fury.
And that might look bad. It might look like, oh, God, it's taking him forever to kill stuff. But this is tier 2. This is not world tier 1. This is world tier 2. It is harder, like a good amount harder. So when you get come across these elites, they do have a lot more health. Like these little, like look at that, see? The little shitty enemies, it's nothing. But these elites, see the whirlwind guy right there? Like he's awesome.
The sounds have stopped. I'm going to try to escape.
Where is he? Oh, that's the journal. Another one. So in this dungeon, what you want to do is you just want to slay the enraged spirits. That's all you want to do. After that, if you stick around a little bit and you find like elites to kill, then that's fine. But it's not really worth going and killing the boss every time, because for some fucking reason the boss barely drops legendaries. These elites are the ones that drop the legendaries. And they drop even more when you're in a group for some damn reason. Get out of my way. Now I saw a video of a guy doing like 1,500 damage a hit and blah blah blah.
I'm not ready.
But I'm not sure he was legit. He was farming some dungeon that I could not find for the life of me. I looked everywhere for it. And even somebody else was saying something about glitching or doing weird shit. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Maybe he was hacking the beta somehow in order to get to a dungeon he wasn't supposed to be at. But he had all level 4 or 5 items, legendaries, and he had it all set up to increase his crit, increase his damage, increase all that, you know, and the whirlwind sucking and all that shit. I am unstoppable. Get fucked. And think about that. That's only 1 point in Frenzy. Think about that. That's not even a maxed out Frenzy. You know what I mean? Like, if I go up here, there's only 1 point in Frenzy, and it's still doing that much damage. Like, if I had that maxed out, I'd probably be fucking murking shit with it. But so I was saying I would love to do a attack speed build with Frenzy, but I don't know. I'd have to get a lot of life steal skulls. And just put life steal skull, because you can only put it in 2. That's the other problem. Ooh, I almost got stuck. So I should have already left the dungeon, because look, see, it has to slay all the enemies now. But I'm gonna look for a few more elites and then I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna kill the boss. There we go. This is what I was looking for. You just gotta be careful with these guys, because they will stab you and CC you really, really hard. There it is. See, there's a legendary. That's why you only kill the elites and then get the hell out. Don't bother with the boss, because the boss doesn't drop shit. The order in which you hit the buttons doesn't matter. Oh, I'm invulnerable.
I'm afraid.
Now, one thing you have to watch out for
I don't have
in
enough.
this build when you do hit the buttons is that for some reason the third button, the cooldown on between the three, it's not perfect. So if I see how that third one didn't go off, I had to hit it again. You just have to make sure you tap the third one twice. It's a cooldown between the different buttons. I don't know. I figured it wouldn't. The old game it wasn't like that, so I don't know why the hell it's like that. But that third button, I always tap it twice. It doesn't matter which button's in that spot. I've swapped them out, and it doesn't change anything.
I can't lift more.
That's my cue to get the hell out of here. Let's see what we got. Direct damage against bleeding enemies has up to 31% chance to stun them. So I'm just probably gonna sell that. It's got Rend on it and Upheaval, which are two completely different builds. $205 damage, 213 and 217. I'm always on the lookout for a better sword. Problem is these, this one's imprinted, this one's not, so I could replace this one. It's two-handed, 193. It seems like I'm gonna have to get a, I'm going to have to get a legendary weapon to drop in order to get a better one. I've actually fought the Butcher 4 times now. I died once to him, but like, he's supposed to be super rare. Well, I guess he's super rare, but I've ran into him a lot. So I'm just gonna reset this. But if you can see, I filled up my inventory extremely fast, and I got a legendary. I don't know why, but when you play with another player in your group, one of you will start to get a shit ton of drops. I should probably just salvage it.
Father bless. What do you need?
Superior leather. What the hell else did I get? Coiling ward. Rare crafting and salvage from and to improve legendary armor. Yeah, I need that. That's what I needed. And then I'm just gonna sell. Like I said, I've been selling for money recently because I don't really need salvage stuff. I need money more than anything. Probably should have looked through all this stuff, but kind of I don't give a fuck stage right now. My character right now is all is 100% wardrobed. This isn't the sword that I'm using. This is just a cover. The actual sword I'm using is the... No, not that one. Oh, you can't see it. If I do no sword, there you go. This is the actual sword I'm using right now. Like, that's cool and everything, but I found this recently and I just think this is way cooler. These are the actual looks of the swords, though, that I'm using. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. If you're watching and you don't know any better, this is actually pretty cool. They did expertise. So each weapon will give you different stats as you level them up to 10. So one-handed swords will give you a chance to gain 5 fury when hitting a crowd-controlled enemy. Double this chance when using 2 swords, which I am. But it also will give you killing a crowd control grants 50% increased attack speed for 15 seconds. So that's another really good thing. So if I do decide to do a fast attack build, it'll have to be with swords. Because you could do it with axes too, but the axes you have to critical strike in order to get an increased chance to attack for your attack speed, which will be 12% attack speed versus 30% attack speed. Right, so this is better. This is 30%. This is 20%. Axes were better in Diablo 2, so I don't know why they're like that in this one. But my two-handed sword is bleeding damage is increased, which it doesn't matter. I don't do bleeding damage. But it's automatic. It's not like you can't even really tell. To unlock complete Barbarian Mastery, well, you can't. You can't complete that because that's outside the zone. So you can build a build around the weapon itself too on top of it. So it's pretty cool. You go ahead and no, don't do that. The hell is this? Yeah, I know. I didn't even do the level. So Rogue has one at level 5. Yeah, see, it's way over there. You can't even do it. There was a Rogue one at level 5, and I didn't get to do the one. If there was one at level 5 for Barbarian, I didn't get to do it.
I don't have enough fury.
You having a fury? Really? And I can't tell which one's better between attacking with my swords or my whirlwind build. I mean, obviously the one's a single target, but seems like that single target does a lot of damage when it's when I'm berserking up. And I just need them to drop me a legendary to get the berserking on it, so I can imprint that on something else. Oh, there's another legendary. That's a cool looking sword though. I'm probably gonna transmog that. 427. Yeah, mine's 444 because it's upgraded. This is actually better by like 2. But yeah, it's not a good yeah, it's not a good. See, that'd be another one I would put on the swords. That standing still bullshit. Oh, it's the butcher. This is gonna be rough. He might seem easy right now. It's just because I'm whirlwinding. Once that's done, I'm fucked.
I'm out of fury.
Shit. He hits super hard.
I'm not ready.
Dude, I've seen him 5 times now. Like, he is supposed to be super hard to find, and maybe it's the last day, but come on, you big bastard. As long as you try to stay behind him, he's not too bad. There's no way you're going toe to toe with this guy.
I need more fury.
Go. Oh, fuck. I've never seen him do that before. Come on, baby. You gotta finish him now. And if it wasn't for Whirlwind, there's no way I would beat him as a Barb. Woo! Shit! Oh, fifth butcher. Nice. What do we get? Didn't get his axe though. 200 damage. Let's see. 5-point critical strike. Execute. Critical strike damage. Damage over time. Even for each time you stand still. That's terrible. Critical strikes with core skills increase your attack speed by 22 per. Holy shit, dude, that's cool. Dude, I can almost make a fucking. I can almost make an attack speed build. I would just have to get these skulls, bigger skulls. Oh, that's on kill. That's not even on hit. Oh. Because the main way that the attack speed works is if you have on hit life steal. That's cool. All right, got to see it here first, baby. But yeah, that's literally the 5th time I've ran into him since I started playing the game. And I did him on my Necromancer the first time, and he was hard, but he was easy because I just got him glitched on my monsters, and then he couldn't do shit, right? So second time I died, I'm pretty sure it was the second or third time I fought him, I died. But since then, I've never died because I know how to handle him now. But he hits like a monster, dude. Like, it's insane how hard he hits. I can't imagine being a rogue, you know, and then trying to, like, fight him. You'd have to be ranged. Because he's fast, too. You can't run from him. Like, even if you're going, like, really fast speed, I think I had one of these on once, and he still kept up with me. I was like, what the fuck? Because I was almost dead. I was trying to run.
Need more fury. I'm not ready.
Wow, I just got legendaries dropping like crazy on this run. It's because the butcher was in here. That's probably why. Like, the legendaries are dropping hard for you. It's probably because the butcher's in your fucking spawn.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's really fast. But if I can find the imprint to fucking make me keep Berserker up, I'm a fucking be a monster like that one guy was. That increase in damage is just crazy. What you doing? You can't run from me.
I'm out of fury.
Yeah, right when I was out of fury, I got him. Holy shit. Another one of these? Whenever you deal direct damage while berserking, inflict 68% of the base damage as additional bleed damage over. That's a lot, man. We'll put these 4 down here. I don't think any of these are going to be any good for me anyway. See, physical damage increase is really good. If I can get physical, if I can get like challenging shout or rallying cry, or rat of the berserker, or war cry on a piece of armor with physical damage and with increased crit chance, that would be the best. Like that would be, without even trying, that'd be the best that I could get or ask for. You know, and then if I can get strength on it too, that's great. But look at how little this actually like pushes your shit up. Like I'm at 133 strength, and that's still, and there's 99 contributing from the items that I'm using. That's a wand. Wow. Ugh. Fucking spit trying to go down my lungs.
Just got an online offer on my car from CarMax. 100% real, good for 7 days.
Cool. Well, I'm getting an online offer on my car, too.
Yeah, the only problem with having that frenzy build is you still have to go into whirlwind, right? Because you still have to be able to kill the masses, right? That frenzy is even in Diablo 2 when you did it, you did whirlwind, but you did the whirlwind with two one-handed axes. Which I'm not sure if you can whirlwind with just these. Oh, right, you can. Right. And again, I don't I don't know.
I can't lift more.
I mean, you'd have to have like a 200% increased speed for this to be viable, I think. Something along those lines.
My bags are full.
But again, you need lifesteal. You have to have lifesteal with the attack speed. With the attack speed build. And when you have lifesteal, you can't die. It's impossible to die almost. So that one's garbage. I don't want to keep it. Let's see, if I was gonna do a fast build, this would be one of the things you want to put in there. Is this, as long as you're standing still, you do 17.2% increased damage, up to 30%, right? Yeah, here's another one that I actually want to put on right now, and this one I don't give a shit about. So what we'll do is we're gonna salvage this. We're gonna salvage this. Yeah, we'll salvage it. So you also need these baleful fragments when you're gonna do stuff with the legendaries. So so then we're gonna look. So this is garbage. Hold on, let me move this up there. Life for 7+7 will not damage. See, that's the other thing. They changed the they changed the types of stats you could get. Like +7 life return when not taking damage recently. Like what? When did these get into the game? I don't remember these at all. You know, I feel like a lot of this is just bullshit. There's actually really good stats on this one. Damage reduction, yada yada yada. Fortify, blah blah blah. Nobody cares about resistances at this low of a level. Vulnerable damage. The execute's actually pretty good. So this is close to like what I was saying earlier. I just wish that total armor was like attack speed or crit chance or something, right? Which, what is this? Wow, that is way higher. 323. Yeah, this is 499 armor. But this is imprinted. So unless I had something new to fucking imprint on this, it wouldn't matter. Plus the stats on this are actually pretty good. Yeah. What's this? Wow, 595 armor, dude. Plus 2 ranks of Rallying Cry. That's actually really good. And Challenging Shout. It's just, I would have to try and get rid of that Iron Skid. If I could change that to something useful, like Strength, this would actually be way better. Well, I can't say it'd be way better. Because the increases on these skills isn't that much. Like, let me show you. So if I wanted to, let's see, Rallying Cry, right? So right now, next rank is only, right now it's 15%. If I go to next rank, it's only 16.5. That's a 1.5% increase. That's it. That's all it is. Right? And it's like that for all the cries, right? I see 45% increase, and then 30%. So you only get so that's even only a 5% increase. So it's very, very bad increase. It's almost like they don't want you to go fully into those, right? Because who the fuck wants incremental increases of 1% or 5% and those 5% aren't even like that good, right? So, oh, what the hell happened to my sword? Oh, dude, what? I don't know. I still like this better. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to like put on like a bone set or something for that to be, you know what I mean? Well, that's the new sword I picked up. Which that's not too bad. But the ones that I have right now are better. So I would have to do like a whole bone set, which I don't even know if we have. Oh, don't change. Yeah, because this is a unique weapon already. I still need to do stuff to get the things to gamble with, because gambling's a really viable option too in this game, believe it or not, and it's actually fun. I shouldn't say that, but see, I don't think they have any bone, which is crazy. They don't have any bone sets. Yeah, they don't have any. I still need a is that what I look like now with the bone? Oh, I could change the colors of this shit? What? Oh, no way, bro. Where's the blue?
Of course, the GMC terrain offers all-wheel drive mode. What about supernova mode or weekend warrior mode?
That's not bad.
You don't see that everyday mode. How about out of the office mode or even mode? Want a mode for everything? GMC.
Well, these are pre-made.
Step up to GMC with 4.1.
These are pre-made pigments. Huh.
Plus, current eligible GMC owners get $750 purchase allowance.
Cool. Cool. Even though I'm a chick, I'm wearing blue shit. Okay. Sorry. So we're going to imprint this on something else. So let's go ahead and go over here. And then we're going to extract it. Yeah, I can't get rid of that one, so I had to extract it because this is already imprinted. So I'm gonna have to take this out. It was this one, right? Critical strikes with core skills increases your attack speed by 22. Right. So, you can over imprint on the imprinting. So I can do it to the boots. I really don't really give a fuck about the 12% movement speed for 1 second. Up to 6 seconds. Which, right, it can be. It can be useful. Actually, because that'll go up to 6 seconds. I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't need it. Like, the movement speed's always nice on this, but I got a lot of move speed already. Yeah, I can't get rid of those. These three are like important. So I'm going to do it to these. Oh, it's got to be on a weapon. You got to be kidding me. I didn't think about that for a second. What about these? So I have to lose a Dust Devil if I do this. I like that a lot. Up to 50% increase on my first Whirlwind attack, which is just awesome. And this only happens once, whatever, and it's only 166 damage. I feel like the 22% increase attack speed is like huge on top of the other attack speed increases that I have. So we're going to put that on top. Boom. Okay. I just overwrote the old one. That's all I did. I'm going to go back in because I think there is some stuff in there for me to get.
I'm not ready yet.
That's really good. That's actually really good. Has it already been 42 minutes? Oh, it has. Well, maybe. Hold on. I got this one. I don't know why. Oh, well, I'm 40 years old. That's why I like 8-bit music. All right, so now I'm gonna stop. I'm at the end here. This is where the boss would be, but I'm not gonna waste my time killing all the enemies. I'm just gonna restart the dungeon. Like I said, if you can run through and you can find, if you can keep going to get to there and find more elites, then it's worth it because you have a chance of getting more. Oh fuck! I almost didn't. Oh. Wow. Would have been so stupid. Okay.
Well struck.
These fucking vendors are like happy as hell. Like, oh my god, look at all the shit he's giving me. It's always amazing to me how vendors always have fuck tons of money to buy all your shit all the time. It's always a great one, right? Oops, wrong one. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, these turn into this. Plus 39 thorns, which is awesome. So if you have open sockets that you don't know what to do with, like this, I should probably trade these out. Healing received, huh? It's too bad because I don't have anything to give myself heals. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna we're gonna do that. Yep. Okay, let's get out of here. Out of my way.
Precious stones to catch the light.
So we're gonna remove this. No, give me that. Remove that. Remove that. Because I thought that was life on hit.
I can't do
Because
that.
I'm an idiot. Although it is 13 life on kill, doesn't really help you against bosses, does it? This will though. So we have an emerald that we will make, and we have a topaz that we will make. The topaz gives me 16.7 increased basic damage, and then this gives me thorns. Oh no! I put it in the wrong slot. My bad. Hold on. Actually, we're gonna put. What is this in jewelry? 170 armor. Yeah. We'll put this back in here. So now we have. Well, hold on. Let me add a gem slot to something real fast. Okay, so now that's got a gem slot. You can actually add 2. All right, so now if we go into our stats and we go down to thorns, we now have 184 thorns damage. So anybody that hits me, right, deals direct damage to me, takes 184 damage by itself. 184 damage, by the way. Not, that's a lot. It's actually a lot, believe it or not. I don't understand why barbarians can't use shields. I think that's absolutely stupid. Because if I wanted to just run a sword shield, like a stun shield thorn thing or whatever, I should be able to run that. But I went to the wrong place. No, don't buy that. Fuck off. So we'll put that in there. This is the big version. You know, if it was like 100 life on kill, then I would say like, hell yeah, that's good. But hell, even 50 life on kill would be good. But it's nowhere near that yet. So we just started, right? So let's go back in. I was wrong. Oh, I'm being stupid. I'm like spazzing out. Okay.
I'm not ready.
This might very well be my last journal. The Knights Penitent have fallen. I hid and listened to the screams as they were torn and devoured by the creatures. I didn't want to end up like the others. Nothing but blood splattered on the floor. The city walls that kept us safe trapped us in with them. I pray the cathedral sends reinforcements soon. And will have mercy when they revive my cowardice. The sounds have stopped. I'm going to try to escape.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet.
Another legendary. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. See, that's another good one. Thorn's damage dealt has a 56% chance to go to all enemies. All of them. Like, that's really nice. I don't know, man. The problem is the sword I have right now is plus 55 strength on it. The item power on the sword I just picked up is higher, and it would be higher once I upgraded it. But I don't know how often Thor's procs. Is it every fucking time? Oh, so strength does change how much thorns does too. Jesus. See, this would be amazing if that was... What is this? Garbage. 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 You attack faster and summon holy arrows. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Watch this shit. No, I need to find a boss. Nothing survives. There is merit to that fast attack. The only problem is Whirlwind suffers heavily if you don't use a two-hander. But again, if I... If I had life steal on hit, then it wouldn't matter. Plus, if I was leveling, you know, the weapons would get better and blah blah blah.
I need more fury.
Pop, 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 boop, poppity beep, pop. I'm already at the end? Fuck. Sometimes there's a chest at the end that does an event down here. I need to go up this way, though. There should be at least one elite up there.
I'm not ready yet. My burden is too great.
Wait, what? Dude. Oh, he killed himself by hitting me because of thorns. That's pretty funny. 911, 450, 607, 560, 143. Get the fuck out of my thing. 282. Yep, now we just restart and do it over again.
Fair trade.
Attack enemies with basic skill, increase the damage of your next core skill by up to 50%. Right, so it's a 50% on the first hit, and then after that it doesn't matter. And my core is Whirlwind, so in reality, that fucking is not as good as the other one. So we're gonna take that sword and we're gonna upgrade it. So you're actually gonna see this in progress this time. Wrong one. So we're gonna take this. Now this is only this high because I've already upgraded it 3 times. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna yank this out. Right? And then we're gonna put it in there. And we're gonna stick that in there. Oh, that also has 55 strength on it. Yeah. Increase skill damage by 9.6 versus 13.3. So 10.6, 11.6, 12.6. I'm losing almost 3.5% or 4% damage or something by doing this. It's crazy. However, well, yeah, I'm taking a big loss, but if this procs every other time I get hit, this will actually make up for that, in my opinion, because I'm doing 186 thorn damage to everybody, every other hit, right? So, or every other time I take a damage. Where is it? Yeah, 184. So I take 100. They take 184 damage every other time any of them hits. So, say 2 enemies hit me at the same time, that's 184 back at that one and all the other ones, right? So to me, that's yeah. So all enemies around you. Now the area of that effect is the real question. Is that a big area of effect, or is that not that big? So what we'll do is we'll put the sword away in the thing for now, and we'll see. Oops, wrong one. So we're gonna put this away for now, and then we're gonna go upgrade this. This is one of the reasons why you have to have a lot of money, because it does cost a lot of money to upgrade these fucking things. So weapon upgrade. So it's 15 grand to upgrade the first time, 30 grand the second time, and 85 the fourth time.
Is worth the coin.
So now we're at 456 damage, which is higher than the other one because it already had a higher item level power. But now we have plus 21 to all stats. So now our strength is a little bit higher. Not a lot. But we're also getting other shit that doesn't really matter, honestly. But 39.9 basic skill damage and 21.8 close enemies. I really wish that basic skill damage was core, because core would be better. That's what I use this for, is the core damage. So, I mean, we could try to trade that for core. I haven't done this yet, so I'm kind of interested to see. The problem is that I remember in the old ones, certain lines, only certain lines could give you certain stats, right? So like that first one where 21 plus all stats was, there was only like 6 different stats you could get. So I don't know. What kills me though is I think that does go across to these though. And if it does, then that's fine. Let's see. Basic skill, basic skill, basic skill, basic skill. Basic skill. So it's not going to show the basic skill damage. Oh, there it is. So what happens if I drop it?
Fare thee well.
I didn't need to drop it. That was stupid. Damage done with basic, 85%. Damage 30%. And basic, 85%. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. Fuck it. Fuck it. I mean, I would rather that say core, but plus 21 damage to close enemies is really good. Plus 21 all stats is fine. I'd rather have that second one be strength. That would be nice too. Let's see. So this was controlled. Oop, wrong one. So let's try this. Fiend Rose. Rare crafted. Exceptional hard find herb. Bounder than Hellfire. Ah, shit. So they're not even letting us do that yet. So never mind. I'm an idiot. Well, let's go and see what happens. I already cleared this place. Which would make sense why my inventory was full.
I'm out of fury.
This might very well be my last job.
Nobody cares. I've heard that journal 1,000 times. I'm good. All your hits are critical strikes? Holy shit.
I'm not ready. I'm afraid.
I kind of want to see how good my single target is. I think I'm going to attack the boss and see how well it does. Oh, what are you doing down here, you little shit? You picked the wrong fucking place. I didn't even attack those guys. They all died from thorns. Gotcha, you little bastard. Hell yeah, he dropped a legendary. I always backtrack. That way, in case I missed any gold or anything he dropped.
I'm not ready.
Fuck, it's already filling up so fast. See right there, normally you would just stop there. Because that's like the end of the majority of the elites. And you would just go back. Right there. Because as soon as this changes from killing the spirits to that, then that means it's time to go back. But again, I tend to go forward anyway, because I try to kill a few more elites. And I'm sure they'll do what they did in Diablo 3. The next fucking race is gonna be a fucking paladin. Which they were pretty broken for what they are. Really surprised they were able to do as much damage as they did in Diablo 3. For being a fucking tank anyway.
I'm not ready. can't lift more. My bags are full.
Yeah, I know. I'm just getting there so I can do this. Fucking druid. No, that's a terrible legendary, actually. Alright, let's just sell it all.
Fair trade.
Fucking dexterity.
Praise the Father.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm out of fury.
Oh, shit. Oh, I fucked up. I didn't want that. That's not good. I thought that was something else. God damn it. I can go that way. Because this, my core damage is what increases the attack speed. So I'm trying to think, what would I take for core to increase damage or attack speed that would be any good? It wouldn't be whirlwind. It wouldn't be that. Cleave enemies in front of you, dealing 660 and bleeding them for... So I wonder if this would work. Because as long as the bleed is on them... Yeah, it's got to be the bleed. Right, so you bleed them, and then you keep that bleed going, and then it'll keep your attack speed up. I'm assuming that's how that works. Then again, Blizzard seems pretty anti-attack speed.
I'm not ready.
Moving to your dream home with so dreamy color, you need the power
It's not that it's
of painters.
It's actually not terrible because when you're whirlwinding, once you come out of whirlwind, you'll have that extra attack speed to get you going right away instead of having to build up the attack speed. So it's not terrible in that way. Like, watch. So when if I come out, I'm already attacking pretty decently. It's like the only saving grace about it. I don't know. They just don't want you to go in a specific direction and have fun, basically, what they're doing. So we'll see how fast we kill this boss. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as faster than before, but hey, fuck it, we'll find out.
I'm not ready.
Oh, I'm doing some kind of big ass hits. Oh, the thorns. Yep. As soon as they hit me, the thorns is just nailing them. And then we switch to this. Yeah, it's just more damage, period. And see, look, they never drop a legendary, man. I've not gotten a legendary for the boss yet. Oh, this has artificial sweetener in it? Man. I can't drink those anymore. Very good.
Fair trade.
See how fast my money went down, though?
Raise the father.
It was 80 grand just to upgrade that one time. But you guys get the gist now of how everything works. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. I don't know what the hell overpower damage is. But you can see how strong Thorns is. It's like, Thorns is just strong as shit. I'm gonna run into a middle of a pack and just let them attack me and watch them kill themselves. Yeah, I mean, you can't. You're obviously not gonna be able to do it against the elites, right? So. But all the small bastards.
This might very well be my last journal. The Knight's Pen.
Shut up. Not attacking, I'm letting them kill themselves. Like I said, if you could do a sword and a shield, and you could increase your evade and block, or hell, just increase your block, not your invade, because they need to hit you, right? But yeah, if you can increase your block amount to, like, say, reduce damage by 70% or so, I mean, like, these guys don't have a chance. Yeah. I mean, they just melt when they hit me. You're such little babies, the way you run. Well, hello, sir. Now imagine if you had like a situation where you had like a boss and he kept throwing little shitty minions at you in like super big waves. Dude, you would destroy that boss so fast. Because those little guys dying, hitting you and dying would also give him the thorn attack to the boss too. Again, I'm not attacking at all. And they die so fast. And like I said, if there was just... I mean, look at that Revenant's damage going down, and I'm not even hitting him. Oh, Legendaries? Yeah, what the hell's going on? Like, I don't even need to attack you guys anymore. That one had ice powers. What the hell? So this piece of shit, he's just sucking the blood out of his own friendlies. Still no legendary. Huh. The only unique in the game right now is the Butcher's Blade. It's a one-handed axe that he drops. I haven't gotten it, but like I said, I've fought him 5 times now, and I've killed him 4 times out of 5. So, you think I would have gotten it by now, but it's extremely rare. I should take it back to town and sell it for 5 million gold. But none of this is going to matter. Goddamn spiders, dude.
I'm out of fury. I'm not ready yet.
Thank God, I haven't even killed the 2 fucking spirits yet. Thank you for dying. I knew I was full. No legendaries that run. Not a single one. I think it ends tonight. The beta for this tonight. It's either today or tomorrow. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a lot slower than the other ones. The pace is way slower. I think that's what they're going for. I think the startup on this is like insanely slow. I don't think it's going to get any better either. I think it's going to be slow through the whole campaign. I think they're doing that on purpose. Unless you're a fucking necromancer or a sorcerer. 154,000. Yeah, I didn't drink that. I had played a rogue, I had played a necro, and I had played a barbarian. And necro is... It's a joke how easy it is. I was hoping to get the butcher's blade though, because it's the only unique right now, and I was kind of hoping maybe they would like let you keep the salvage or the transmog or something, because it's the only unique in here right now. But yeah, this build's okay. You know, it probably could be a lot better, but with the imprints or aspects that I've gotten, I haven't really gotten any really good ones. I was going to call it quits, but what I think I might do is I might go for a pure one-handed bleed build with fast attack and see what happens. So we can try that right now. So let's do that. Let's I might as well try it before I get off. Well, off the game anyway. All right. Hold on. I need to make sure something real fast. No speed increases on any of this shit. So I keep saying it's like they are trying their damnedest to keep you from getting shit tons of speed. Let's see, damage over time, critical, +6 critical damage to crowd controlled enemies. That doesn't count as a crowd control. Barrier resistance. What does green do though? It's poison, thorns, and something. Let's go find out. Kind of interested to see what happens if I do this. No, wrong person. It's all about attack speed and bleeds is what we're going to be trying to do here. 7.5% critical strike damage to vulnerable enemies. And that's weapons. But we want to keep the basic damage, I think, with the frenzy. Right. So we'll keep thorns too though. Since something else really fucking is good for this. Well, here's what we're gonna try to do. Hold on. We're gonna refund the points. All right. We're gonna go into frenzy. While berserking, your other skills gain 5% attack speed. Don't care about that. You gain 8% damage enough for each stack of frenzy you currently have. So 24% damage reduction. think is what that is. While berserking, your other skills gain 5% attack speed for each stack of frenzy you have. Your other skills. See, I don't understand that. Does that mean each of those skills that I have up and running will give me an extra 5% attack speed? We'll try that. Secondary is going to be this. Rend. Rend deals 12 increased damage to vulnerable enemies. Okay, so this is supposed to somehow make enemies vulnerable. I'm not sure how. Oh, there it is. Course goes 30% chance to make the enemy vulnerable for 2 seconds. We aren't giving a fuck about Fury, I think. Basic skills. Generate 5% more Fury. Don't care. We want attack speed. Remember. We want attack speed. So, where can we get attack speed? Well, down here. And... nope. Attack speed. All right. The Call of the Ancient. For 6 seconds. So we want berserking, that's for sure. I don't get how we're not down there yet. Oh, that's right. Everything else is in here. Shit. Okay. Don't care about that. Still can't get in here. Fuck. Let's see. $167, $156. Let's get it. That's got to be maxed because it's all based on the two one-handers attacking, right? So we have to go that way. Your bleeds affect slow enemies. So that's a crowd control thing. So we can do that. And then now we take 1 berserk. And then 2. Damn, it's only 3% I can get. It's all I can get. You know, unless I do this. Nope. Nope. See, I would still have to spend all that just to get 2. You can only get 2 in here. Wild calls gain 10% of bonus attack speed. That's a 50-second cooldown. That's not worth it. I didn't think about that. All right. And then okay. So those two. So what can we get rid of? We need that. Skill stress with core skills. Increase your attack speed by 22%. Can bleeds crit? That's a question that I have. Because if bleeds can crit, then this is awesome. Critical strikes grant movement speed increase. Direct damage against bleeding enemies has a 30% chance to stun for 2 seconds. That's the bubble. I don't want to get rid of the bubble. Helm, chest, boot, gloves. So now we got that. I really want to get this, but one-handed weapon, gloves. You can go on gloves. Power is increased by 50% if it goes on an amulet. Well, fuck it. We'll throw it on here because this is almost over anyway. So this. Oh, shit. I'm missing a vial crystal for this.
Until spring.
I don't think I have anything to turn into that shit. Because that's rares turn into that. Turn that into it. Actually, that's better. 'Cause I don't have shouts anymore. So that'll be better. Oh, turn these. Let's salvage, boys. And then we'll go back and put that on there. And then we'll go try this out and see how bad it is. It is probably going to be bad. I'd be very surprised if it's good.
Came apart nicely.
There we go. So now we should have enough for that.
I can take common, turn it special.
What was I going to do? Amulet. Amulet. And then the 8%.
Father bless.
So it should be, yeah, 12.9 increased up to 30. All right. Let's go ahead and go back and see what it's going to be like. Reset the dungeon. I'm actually fucking scared because this is probably going to be bad. The hell is that noise? Skewers enemies in front of you, dealing 56 damage, then ripping your weapon out, bleeding and removing all bleeds. I mean, this is obviously going to be a very single target focused build.
This might very well be my last journal.
Oh god, shut up. We're going to have to go all the way to the boss to test this. Fuck out of my way. Whoa. That's interesting. Huh. That's very interesting. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck? That's so much damage. Again, it's single target, but god damn. Dude, I think I'm gonna destroy the boss here.
I'm not ready yet. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm fucking this up. We're only using this to get the rupture, or to get the attack speed out of it. That's the only reason we want that. And this is just extra damage. I think I know what to do here. Damn. I'm just taking way too much damage. Like I said, this is more like... This is gonna be more like if you get to like a main boss of the event that you're on, or like campaign that you're on, and you can just go straight to the boss like in the old ones. This is the kind of thing I think would be pretty fucking strong. I mean, I could just put Whirlwind back on. Let's see how that goes. Seems like I still need Whirlwind. I mean, it just... Like, you definitely need Whirlwind still. Yeah. God damn. As I said, it just feels like against the boss, this will be like pretty devastating. But I have to get there first. Remember, we're on fucking Torment 2 doing this. This isn't... That's the other thing. If I stand still, my damage goes up. Oh, god damn it. Doing better. Starting to get the hang of it. Nobody to do it on. Because essentially what we're doing is we're just furying to get fury, and then we're throwing this rend on them, and then once we get enough rend on them, then we throw the rupture on them to do extra damage and to give ourselves the attack speed increase, right? So, but this pulls all the bleed out of the whatever you're bleeding, which is fine, especially if you're going against a single boss. Because the attack speed increase is a big deal. Especially if you're standing still. And getting it up. And then use it, use it, use it. Pull the thing out, kill him. Yeah. It just... Oh, god damn it. Oh, there it is. What am I missing? These guys? Okay. Just go straight? Alright. I feel like this build will be better with Whirlwind instead of Rend. The only problem is I would have to take that bleed build for this to make that work. These are very small, stupid enemies that take very little damage to kill. fuck out of my way. There we go. That was pretty decent. Just die. That's the only problem with the bleeds, man, is it's a bleed. Same thing with poison. When you play Diablo, you can't play like that. If you want to fucking run dungeons fast, you can't fucking do it. Right? You can't do it with poisons, you can't do it with bleeds. You need physical, or not physical, but you need damage that's going to kill right then and there. That's always been like that. That's why people have never done poison builds or anything like that in the past. Because I even tried that back in Diablo 2 and I really wanted to do it. And, or was it Diablo 3? Maybe it was Diablo 3 when I tried to do that. I tried to do that fucking poison build, but you can't. Like, even the pro that I watched that did a poison build, it's still not that good because you're still having to wait for the poison to drain the life of the enemies. So yeah, if you want to run through the fucking thing and then have to backtrack all over again just to see all the gold, to get all the gold and everything you made, then yeah, that's fine. But if not, then it's fucking useless. And that's the problem with the game, is poisons shouldn't, I don't know, poisons have to be done in a different way, you know, or something, or just get rid of it, you know. Like it should be a vulnerability thing or something. Like it adds damage and it adds a vulnerability.
I'm afraid.
Fuck. I'm using it wrong. I mean, that's fast, dude. Like, look at that. That's a lot of fucking damage.
I'm afraid.
That's a lot of damage. If you do that right, if you get it up and then you rupture, or rend, and then do this, and then go back and then rend, that does a ton of damage. So it's not that the build is terrible. Like, I got through Torment 2 with it. You know? Didn't die. It was harder, a lot harder. So what we are gonna have to do, refund all. We'll go ahead and just turn all this into money. Oops. We're gonna turn these into money, and then we're gonna turn the others into salvage. Because I'm missing salvage.
That's good salvage.
Thank you. So we're gonna change this up a little bit, not a lot. We want Whirlwind back somehow, right? So, right, this one. One had on gloves. What's on my gloves? This isn't actually that bad. But we're doing this for science. Oh, I already have that. Okay. Oh, that's right, I already had it. Right, I had it on both of these. So, we could do this. The critical strike chance increases. Is increased by 7% for each second it's channeled, up to 28%. Right, because we already have lucky hit, which is that's what this is, right? For that ancient to come out, right? So, okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back, and on the amulet we're gonna put that other one. Right? Can we? That's the question. Oh no, on the gloves. Yeah, we're gonna put it on. Oh no, we can. We can put it on the amulet. That's what we're gonna put it on the amulet. Oh no, I don't want to lose that. The 12.9% increased stance every time you stand still, because that's basically what you're doing when you're just doing the flurry attack. You're just standing still. So we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna put. Whirlwinds. Just trying to make sure I don't have it on anything else. Each point of fury you generate at while at maximum fury grants your next core increased damage up to 9%, 90%. Oh yeah. Okay. So now we got Whirlwind back, because that's where we're gonna go with Whirlwind, right? So we're gonna go to Frenzy. Well, Frenzy that D60, yep. We're gonna go with the damage reduction. We're gonna go all the way into Fury or Whirlwind. Gain 1 Fury each time Whirlwind deals direct damage to an enemy, or 3 Fury for the elites. Yeah, well, you gotta take that. By using a slashing weapon, Whirlwind also affects 20% of base bleed damage over 5 seconds. After using Whirlwind for 2 seconds, Whirlwind deals 30% increased damage until it's canceled. It's way better. Okay, so we're in the course. Now we need to figure out what can we do to give us attack speed. Again. All right. So, let's see. We're here now? Okay. So none of this gives me attack speed. I'm not going to go into that this time. These, but I can't. So I'd actually have to get rid of Wrath of the Berserker. Which is just stupid because it's such a big increase. Yeah. That's what I said. They have like done everything that they could to like keep you from trying to go attack speed, to make it worthwhile at all. It's all about berserking, man. Right. I did my cores, so I need to get out of core. Your core skills out 10% to make enemies vulnerable. They take 20% increased damage. Stop. I don't need that. It's just stupid. I gotta take that. I need berserking. Fortify? I don't know if fortify would be the way to go. Yeah, right. See, this would be kind of interesting to go into, but you can't get enough points into it. Because once they got down to 35% health, you would make them you would do 24% more damage plus 20% on top of that, right? So that would be kind of cool. Honestly, I don't know what to do here. Temporary gain, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fortified additional. It just seems like you're kind of stuck. You know what I mean? Because, what does this do? Attack speed's increased. Generate more. And then the thing, right? And then we have Whirlwind. I don't know. Again, I would have to have some sort of lifesteal or something. Because what is movement speed going to do for me? Really? Gain 4% damage reduction while berserking. 4, 8, 12. Well, I don't have any brawling skills. You deal 9% increased damage to close enemies. Okay. I could be on board with that. %, of their maximum health for 4 seconds. So 10, 20, 30, 40 health per second for 10 seconds. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 20, 32, 36. That's 400 health. Huh. Right, it's 6% to increase attack speed there. Yeah, we need to have at least 2, right? Oh, fuck, this is going to be stupid. But I do get Rallying Cry. I don't get that for free. At least I'm getting Rallying Cry for free. That is nice. And I am getting Death Blow for free. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens. I'm very curious at this point. I want to get this done before it gets late. Oh, holy shit. That's why it's such a long cooldown. Oh my god. Gotta remember though, Whirlwind attacks faster when you're using these. So far, it feels good. I mean, it's not. It doesn't probably feel as good as the other build. Oh, fuck.
I must wait.
Oh my god. Now I know who to attack. Where are you, little bitch? You're still alive? I mean, it feels good. Don't get me wrong. This feels good right now. Does it feel terrible? It seems like the Whirlwind guy procs more with this build. I'm not gonna follow you, lady.
I'm not ready.
Oh my god, that is really strong. Like, that is a very strong ability. I don't know. I don't know how good it would be if you're just trying to clear dungeons, but against the boss, I think against the boss, that's gonna be pretty damn good. Like I said, this feels good. It actually feels good. And that D, this one, Call of the Ancients, feels really good. But not only does it do that, it also gives me fucking attack speed. So it's pretty good. Yeah, that Whirlwind guy, he is showing up way more. Look at that. Like, he was showing up a pretty good amount on my other build, but like this build, he is like going ham. How about that, motherfucker? Fuck you. I think that D is gonna fuck the boss up.
I'm not ready.
Wow, I wasn't watching my health. Probably do that, huh? Oh, now it's got to shine because of this. Go, go, go! They always do that. They put the pillar in like the worst fucking spot. See, this is how fast you would have to attack to make the thing viable. You know what I mean? And it would have to have life on hit steal. Like life still on hit. I just wasted my fucking time with those things. What's weird is I actually don't feel bad without berserking right now. Like, I thought that would be the thing. But no. It actually feels pretty decent even without berserking. Oh, I got another sword. While berserking, you do 109 fire damage to every second to surrounding enemies. Holy fucking shit, that's good. Because if you could do like that guy was talking about and keeping Berserking up the entire time you're warwooding and all that, that'd be a ton of damage. You know, if you're keeping Berserking up for 30 seconds, I mean, Jesus. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, dude.
My burden is too great.
Yeah, I think the boss is gonna get fucked up pretty hard when I go after him.
Anything else?
I'm gonna check this real fast too before we go there. I want to see if I can't get better swords.
My boy, I think he's possessed.
Worry not, Peter.
It's not better damage. It's not better strength either.
Very nice. It seems your prayers have been answered.
No, it hasn't, bitch.
It seems your prayers have been answered.
Still not very good. Wow. Well, that was a waste of time, huh? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Well,
Came apart nicely.
yeah, bye.
Come back if you need work.
We're just gonna extract that other one, and we're gonna go back.
All right, traveler. Ah, done.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's that way. Killed that elite pretty quick.
I'm not ready yet.
Would you come the fuck out of there? See, they should be taking damage too. That's such bullshit. They could just sit in it and attack you from range. They need to change that bullshit. That if they sit in it, they take damage too. Well, fuck if it's coming out of them or not. What are all these? I'm assuming there's supposed to be candles here or something. Yeah, see, there's candles there. Here we go, baby. This is what I wanted to see. For fuck's sake, dude. That was so much damage.
I'm not ready. I'm afraid.
This will finish him. Oh my god, I wish I could keep those guys around for like 30 seconds. That was a lot. That was a fuck ton of damage, dude. He went from full health to under that to like 10% under that arrow, that first arrow, like within a few seconds. Like that is a lot of damage. This is crazy. Yeah, I guess if you're sitting still, it's even more. Fuck me. Well, that's cool. That's cool to see that it's still viable. It's very viable. That build is very viable. It's just it has a harder time, a little bit harder time. I probably had to heal, I don't know, probably around the same. Maybe less actually, if I really think about it. I mean, if you can get increased attack speed and life on hit,
Well struck.
then this build would be pretty crazy, actually. But I would go for, I don't know. I would go for close-up damage. I would definitely go for like. I don't know. I mean, if that other build that I had, it just feels like if I don't use a two-handed weapon, then you know it's the same build, but it's just without a two-handed weapon, right? So what's the big fucking difference? It's like I said, I'm pretty sure they expect you to have all these different weapons and to do something with them, because if you look, they actually have this. Iron Maelstrom. Activate 3 times the attached chains to each of your weapons to perform an attack. First, your two-handed bludgeoning weapon slams into the ground, dealing 336 to stunning enemies. Second time, your two-handed slashing weapon swipes in front of you, dealing 112 damage and inflicting 672 bleed. Third, your dual weapons swing around you, dealing 182 damage per hit. You may only select one ultimate skill, right? So this is kind of garbage. You know, you're hitting this 3 times to make that happen 3 times, but it's garbage. Wrath of the Berserker is always going to be best. The fact that they put this all the way down here is really fucking stupid, in my opinion, because Wrath of the Berserker is strong. Yeah, I get that. Don't get me wrong, but it should not be an ultimate ability. This, I see this being an ultimate ability. I get that. That's really cool. This is just laziness. It's like, oh, well, we can't come up with anything else, so just throw Berserker down there because it's super strong. Berserker could easily be down here somewhere. Easily be in this section here, and then you having a different one. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But Barbarian doesn't really have a whole lot of choices right now. I've actually done a hammer build with the Bash and the Hammer of the Ancients, and anything else that would help hammer out, and this was garbage. But then I went to Upheaval, and that was right? This was terrible. This was because of how slow it is. Two-handed mace is just way too slow compared to two-handed sword. Like, all the actions this does is just super fucking slow, super fucking stupid. You know, what I don't understand is why this doesn't hit a whole bunch of enemies in front of you. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Because it should. It's a fucking mace. You know what I mean? And it should work like that for the sword too. But this should be more geared toward the mace, where you're like swinging the mace out in front of you, and you're hitting every enemy that's right in front of you, and then you're pushing them back or something, right? That would feel way the fuck better, you know, to where you're like pushing them back, pushing them back, pushing them back. Now you got enough fury, and then you fucking throw Upheaval out at them, which will be a slow run, right? But it'll be strong. But yeah, nothing's gonna beat the two-handed sword whirlwind build. Like, that's it, man. You know, having these one-handers is fine and everything, but it's just not the same. It's not as good. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, going through this and doing a crit build wouldn't be too bad either, but that's only 12% increased attack speed. So they knew what they were doing when they put this to, like, they really, really, really are making sure you cannot just go balls out speed. Right, killing a crowd control enemy grants 15% increased attack speed for 3 seconds. Double this amount with 2 swords, right? Which is why I went swords. So that which would mean you'd get a 30% speed increase. But here's the problem, folks. Here's the fucking problem. Right, trying to kill a crowd controlled enemy in time to get this boost. No. Not only that, but what does it matter if you're only hitting 1 or 2 enemies at a time? See what I'm saying? And well, what if you're on a boss? How does this help you on a boss? It doesn't. The axes do, because if you crit, right, critical strikes have up to a 55% chance to grant 6% increased attack speed for 2 seconds, doubling the attack speed bonus when using 2 axes, right? So that means I can get up to 12% increased attack speed with a 55% chance when I'm wailing on something, which is really good, because if you're beating the dog shit out of something really fast in the first place, that's good. This is what was used in Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. For sure Diablo 2. I can't remember Diablo 3 or not. But we'll see. I really want to go back to that build. I really do. I want to go back to 2 one-hand axes, and you're just beating the dog shit out of the bosses, and then you're whirlwinding through enemies, right? You're getting the best of the both worlds. You're getting the single target, and you're getting the AoE. Right now, the single target's pretty bland, really bad, really. Yeah, a lot of this is just filler bullshit that they came up with because they didn't know what else to put in there. That's what it looks like to me. 4% damage reduction while berserking. Like, what? Why would anybody want that? Why would anybody want damage reduction while berserking? Especially that little bit amount. If that was 40%, then that'd be different. I'd be like, oh my god, yeah, of course. Or if it went up to 40%, then yeah, I'd be like, hell yeah, that's crazy. That's amazing. Right? While you're berserking in that window, you're basically doing tons of damage and you're taking way less damage, right? Well, that's not balanced. Well, this isn't good either. You're talking about 12% damage reduction while berserking? That's garbage, dude. No one's going to go for that. Why even have these skills if they're just absolute dog shit? Right? It's just filler bullshit from somebody that's just being lazy at this company. Right? Well, we can't figure this out. How are we going to put all this stuff? Well, let's just put a bunch of garbage ones that no one's going to touch, that we know no one's going to touch, that we are not going to have to balance at all. That's exactly what they did. Because what'll end up happening is that once you reach max level, depending on how much you can fill this thing up, this might be at the end of like, well, fuck it, I got the extra points, I might as well just throw it in there, right? And that's not, and it shouldn't be like that. I should be making decisions for every single point that I'm putting into the skill tree to think about what I'm doing, so that way I'm actually, there's a purpose. I mean, right now, it's literally all the cries, all the shouts, the cries are like the main thing, man. You know what I mean? You can't even be a tank in this game right now. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even be a tank right now. You can't. It'd be different if Bash hit like 4 enemies in front of you. Then you could be a tank, right? Because then you would do this. Stun enemies. You would do upheaval to attack or damage enemies too, right? And then you would take like stomp and iron skin and challenging shout, right? And then you would take the defenses, wherever you can find defenses, you would take defenses. You know what I mean? Like steel grass would be another one probably that you would take because you would pull enemies into you. You know. Yeah, I would definitely be taking Call of the Ancients as a tank too, because that's a huge damage boost. But, and then Thorns, obviously, right? But, I mean, honestly, it's sad. It's sad that you don't have the freedoms that you used to try to figure out really good builds, because this build up spender bullshit it's always been there, right? But it hasn't been this bad. It's never been this bad before, to like gain enough fury and all that in order to do what the hell you want to do. You know what I mean? And the movement, like they slowed, I said this before, they slowed this game down on purpose. What they have done is that the people at Blizzard said, look, people are going to run through this game super fast, so let's slow them down. Let's slow down their progress in the campaign to make them take longer to beat the campaign. And that's exactly what this is doing. But it's only doing it to the melee classes, right? The Sorcerer and the Necromancer are flying through shit like it's no big deal. Yes, they're going to fucking nerf that one thing that the Necromancer has that makes them basically vulnerable. Everybody agrees that that's going to happen. But look at Sorcerer. Sorcerer is already able to run through shit like super fast without even trying. Right? So why would I play a Barb or a Druid or a fucking a Rogue or anything else that is just not blowing through fucking levels like it's no fucking joke, right? The Rogue looks like it's doing an okay job running through the levels, but the problem is that the Rogue has a really small health pool right now, and it's very, I played a Rogue already, right? So it's very susceptible to getting fucking taken out easily. I mean, look at Barb. There's times where I almost die on Barb all the time, where I'm like, oh fuck, I need to heal, right? But if I was on my Rogue, I'd be dead, because they don't have anywhere near as much health as a Barb does, right? I was running up a poison build on my Rogue, and it's like a fun concept, but again, people are going to be speed running your fucking game. That's how this game works. You are going against, crashing against You as a single entity are crashing against waves of enemies. That's the whole point of this fucking game. And Blizzard has fucking tried to stop that, like to completely get away from that. They have. I mean, look, and you know they have because look at the fucking choices you have. You know, like on Rogue, you have poison traps that you have to put down, and the enemy had to come over and run over the top of it. Think about that for a second. Not only that, but the poison demon has to take all of its fucking fun time of draining the enemy's life while you're attacking them, right? It's a slow ass process. Whereas the contrast is like the sorcerer just flying through the fucking level at top speeds, destroying everything instantly or really fast, right? Just flying through the level, right? And in the old Diablos, every class was able to do that in some way, shape, or form. Right, they were able to fly through the level without even trying. Now, Whirlwind on Barbarian is the only thing that's going to be able to do that. That's it. Nothing else in Barbarian's arsenal is going to allow them to just fly through the fucking level. That's a fucking fact. That is a fucking fact right now, right? If you look at Upheaval, I play Upheaval with a two-handed mace. It's garbage. You have to use a mace too, or no, you can use a sword, but still, it's a slow. You know, throw it out in the cone, attack the enemies with a really high fury cost. Like, look at this. It's a 40 fury cost to do that, right? Versus this, which is 20 per second. Which this is constantly going on. Rapidly attack enemies, 114 out of 20 per second. This thing is like, it takes like 3 seconds to throw this thing out. Like, it's crazy how slow this thing is. Right? So why? Why isn't this faster? This should be fast. This should be boom, 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 boom. Right? I should have just, because then I could run through the level fairly quickly. They need to get their heads out of their asses when it comes to this stuff, because right now they are just trying to slow everybody down, and they're basically only giving everybody one fucking option, in order to run the game like you're supposed to. Which makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Right? None. None. Like, that's a 17-second cooldown. Like, there's nothing else in your arsenal that you can do, you know, to just run through shit. Now, I'm sure... no, not even with bleeds, because the bleeds won't do enough damage to the high-end stuff to really just run through shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just... run by a elite and then hit them with like rend, and then they're gonna die by the time you're just gonna walk away and they die. Not like sorceress or not like necromancer where you could just kind of just glide through them and they'll be dead by the time you get through them, right? Or maybe you have to stop for a second and then you'll move on, right? Whereas this shit, you'd have to sit there the whole time, you know, until you see the rend bar, the bleed bar completely at the point where you know they're going to die when you walk away, right? It's shit like that. And even Thorns isn't good enough for this either, right? Even if you did a full Thorns build, eventually you're going to get to the point where enemies aren't just fucking killing themselves on you. Not only that, you'd have to have the fucking damage mitigation to even deal with that shit in the first place, right? So if you want a full Thorns build, you'd have to fucking be Iron Skin. You'd have to be, you can't do Ground Stomp because they have to hit you. Right? You'd have to have all the defenses and all the health increases, and then whatever fucking else you could get to help you mitigate the damage while you're getting hit. Which there isn't really anything other than Challenging Shout and Iron Skin to do that. Yeah, it's pretty deplorable. I mean, I already bought the game. I've already purchased the game, and the way things are looking right now, Melee's not gonna be fun. You know, people were saying, well, Melee's gonna be way stronger in the end. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Because have you seen the Sorcerer? Like, if you go and watch the Sorcerer run-throughs and playthroughs and shit like that, they are literally just zooming through this shit, man, like it's nothing, right? And you know, and that's what we're talking about with with the legendaries, right? I'm in legendaries. I'm not zooming through shit, right? Once I get to an elite, I have to stop and I have to take my time, right? Sorcerer doesn't have to do that, man. They might chill for a few seconds and they're out. You know, and I was using, right now I'm not, but I was using the correct build for that. You know what I mean? It was boom boom, boom 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 boom, boom boom. And then we're doing boom boom. Boom. Boom boom boom. There's boom boom. Actually, I don't think we went. Or did we go here? Yeah, and then boom boom. Then we came down here. We didn't touch any of this. Where was it? There's two here. What am I missing? I'm missing something. I don't think it was maximum health. Wasn't that either. Probably this. Right. And then it was boom boom. Right? So this is the normal build. This is the normal build. You're literally just cry. And then you're just whirlwinding your face off. That's all it is. It's all based off whirlwind. Right? And then when your fury's out, you fucking using frenzy to get your fury back. But people have already come up with builds that they've already come up with builds that allow them to do lots of damage and to keep up their berserk and fury so that they can keep running through pretty quickly, right? But the one guy I saw, I don't think that was legit at all, that the way he did that. So I don't know. I'm really on edge about it, right? Because I don't want to have to play a sorcerer or have to play a fucking necromancer to have fun. And druid is just garbage. Everybody knows druid is just absolute garbage. It needs a rework. That's how bad it is. Like, it needs a complete rework. You know, because again, what the fuck is that? A monk? Oh my god, he looked like a monk. Okay. But any other Diablo you ever played, the whole point was to run as fast as you could through a level and just kill everything, right? And it was designed like that on purpose. That's how this genre started, you know? So it kills me when I see this kind of shit, and it really makes me question what the hell they're doing, you know? Yeah, I got an 18 rogue, and I have a 14 necro. And the 14 necro is already fucking broken. Like, broken. Like, if I play it right now, it's fucking stupid. And I'm almost at level 15. We're about to have the mages, and it's going to be way more broken when you get the mage skeletons. It's insanely broken. But it's fine when if they do that when you know, when you get to a certain point. So the game starts out at a decent pace, right? You're still moving at a decent pace, and then later on you're just kind of like fuck you, right? That's why everybody likes PoE, Path of Exiles, and any of these other ones that are out now that give you a shit ton of options to choose from, and it might be slow paced as far as the skill trees and everything go, but killing enemies is still fast, right? No matter what part level you're at, you know. In the beginning, you're still killing enemies at an okay rate, right? No matter what class you are, but eventually, even on the lower levels, you eventually get to the point where you start just kind of murking them, you know. And this game is like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck they did. I'm not even gonna bother with Druid. There's no way. It's way too bad. It's way too bad. And this is what kills me, right? Is they have Diablo 2 and Diablo where they had so many classes that they brought into the game at one point. You would just think there would be 12 classes in this game already, or 10, something. You know? I mean, there was like the Amazon women, there was Druid, there was Rogue. Well, actually, I don't think there was Rogue back then. But there was Sorceress, Necromancer, Barb. There was Druid. There was Amazon. Hunter. I can't remember. There was definitely more classes back then. After the expansions, anyway. But yeah. Man, oh man. I don't know why I do this to myself. I honestly feel like Diablo 3 was doing it. It actually, like, compared to this, Diablo 3 feels way better. Diablo 3 feels 1,000 times better than this. You know what I mean? I mean, I played a monk in Diablo 3. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing because then when it first came out, and I still was able to get through all the way to Diablo, and it felt fine. It felt good, you know, and I was getting through it pretty easily, you know. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing on veteran, and if I wasn't playing on veteran, I'd probably brothel stomp most things to a point, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll just end it there. You guys can make your own choices at the scene, everything. Um, you know, if you're watching the video later, not live, go watch the very beginning, because at the very beginning I was using the normal build, and you can see how the whirlwind and all that is pretty nice. It's pretty good. Um, I just hope they don't. I hope they don't fuck the melee over, which you know, when the game comes out, which is gonna cause everybody else, or cause everybody to have to go sorcerer, necromancer, you know, or even fucking rogue. But even rogue has got its own issues, right? So it's like, what is the purpose? Like, the game is supposed to be fun, man. Right? It's supposed to be a fun game, so make it fun. Stop fucking around with this stuff like this, man. You know, if why here I never understood this, right? Why make it to where people have to figure out, because you made the game, so you know what the best fucking skills are gonna be. Like, which ones which skills what skills you put together is going to be the best skills. You guys know that. You do internal testing and all that, and you create those fucking skills, and you know how they're going to interact with the other skills. So you know what the best ones put together are for each class. You know that shit. Don't even try to say you don't. Don't try to say like, oh, well, we released the game and then we just kind of see what players do and then they come up with crazy combinations we never would have thought of. That's bullshit. That's absolute dog shit. Especially in a game like Diablo, because you guys don't have enough skills to say that. It's different in Path of Exile and these other games that they have like a bajillion skills. Like, for real, dude. Like, those skill trees are insane, you know. Yeah, that's different when they can say that shit, because they can say, hey man, we got, you know, 50 fucking skills on one side of this thing, you know, or assets or whatever you want to call them. Whereas Diablo it's very, very limited, right? So why would you only make one set, one line of one line? Because that's what we're doing. We're growing in a line. Why would you only make one line good and then the rest suck? Why would you do that? You know, bleeds suck, poisons suck. I can tell you that right now. Those suck. Nobody's gonna run those. You know why they're not gonna run them? You know why? Because you can't just run through a dungeon super fast on bleeds, right? Because the enemy's still fucking alive. You know, unless there was a way for you to run through the enemies and for sure 100% bleed all of them while you're running through, right? So that means you could just keep moving and then they all die. And then, but who the fuck wants to backtrack to see all the loot that fell? That's the other fucking problem, especially if you're running through the campaign. That's another reason no one's going to run fucking bleeds. You see what I'm saying? Like, you would have to make it to where some bosses are just so fucking hard that you would need bleeds, right? Because they add so much damage, single target damage, that you would need the bleeds, right? You'd have to do something like that. Otherwise, it's fucking useless. It's worthless. Give people proper choices that actually make sense. Whirlwind is, by all means, overpowered compared to every other fucking skill that you can pick up. Right? It hits everything. It constantly hits everything. You can keep moving while you're doing it. You know, it's not slow. I don't know, man. Fucking God. Just so damn dumb. I hope that the skill trees are completely different when it comes out. I really do. I hope they're nothing like what they are right now, and that the ones that we're seeing right now are just kind of like a placeholder beta thing for the meantime. You know, that's what I'm hoping. Because right now it's very hey, you have to pick this or you're gonna suck. Right? And it's really like that for the druid, and it's sort of like that for the barbarian. Well, take that back. It is like that for the barbarian too, because I've played there's other skills in there, and then they're garbage. If you're trying to speed run through the level like the game is designed for you to do, crashing through enemies, then Whirlwind's it. You know? Oh, fuck, man. You know, Rogue has a few options for running through but even they get slowed down pretty heavily depending on what's going on. So right now, Necro and Sorcerer are the only two that can run through the level pretty fucking fast without even trying. And Sorcerer is the one that's like the top tier of doing that. Now, Necromancer, I think, is the better of the two when it comes to the bosses, though. But as far as running through the level, Sorcerer is so easy. So easy. And it wasn't like that in the past, you know? Some of the times spells you'd have to like throw in the room first before you went into the room, and you know, it's not that you were slow, it wasn't as fast, right? So, you know, this is what it is. If you're watching this to say, oh, I wonder if I should buy the game or not, man, honestly, after playing the beta, if you haven't bought it and you're really on the fence, I would wait to see. This would be a wait and see to me. Wait till it comes out, see the people streaming, see what there's going on, and then decide if you want to pick it up. If you're a huge Diablo fan, just pick it up. There's no question about that, right? But yeah, if like you're a big like, oh, I love Diablo, then just get it. Fuck it, just get it. But if, like I said, if you're like not that into Diablo and stuff like that, I would wait. I already paid for it because I just want something else to do that's supposed to be fun, where you're just running through enemies and having a good time and getting loot, and you know, you're just kind of doing it over. I'm the kind of person that could do that, right? I'm the kind of person that can run levels over and over and over and over and over and look for loot and stuff like that. That's fine with me. I enjoy that. But I don't know what the hell they're going for now. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do with this game. And that's, I don't know. That's kind of scary. Considering, you know, you've been playing the series for since forever. I've played Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, right? I didn't play that shitty mobile one that they came out with because that was all a fucking money scam. But I would like to be able to play this and actually have fun with it, you know? Whenever I feel like it, get on and run through the levels and actually have a good time no matter what build I want to try. So that's what's pissing me off more than anything right now is that I really want to do the one-handed axes where you're just fucking marking shit, and then whirlwinding. But when you're doing single target axe attacks, like you're just bam, 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 but you're staying alive. It doesn't mean I should be fucking invulnerable. That's not what I'm asking for. I should be like the old ones, where you still had to use health potions and you still had to do like move out of shit and all that kind of stuff. But with the lifesteal and the attacks, you still like, you had a really good chance of beating the boss, and it was fun because the boss had so much health that you didn't kill it super fast, but you didn't have to like you weren't as worried about dying, right? That should be part of the game concept. Is like, hey, how can we make this so where if the person goes down this route with our skills, that they could survive and actually have fun and get through the game at a decent pace? That is almost like that wasn't even thought of, except for with Whirlwind, right? All the other fucking stuff that's in there, it's all garbage. None of it is meant for running through fast. Getting through monsters fast. Or at least a decent pace. If you took Upheaval and then made that attack super fast, like where you could like boom, 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 like you could throw it out pretty quickly, as long as you had the Fury, that would actually be decent, right? It wouldn't be as good as Whirlwind, but it would be an option, right? It would be a separate option, and it would be viable. That's what I'm talking about. And right now it's not. It's so slow. It's so garbage. Like it does a good amount of damage, and it will wipe out enemies at a decent distance. But it's extremely slow. It's extremely slow, which makes no sense. Why is Whirlwind fast and you can move fast and it does a lot of damage? Why is that so goddamn slow, right? You need to balance it for the PvE, which I can't imagine you would not balance this game for the PvE either way. Like you had to have. Yeah, there's gonna be PvP in the game, but that's like 1% of the gameplay, right? Or less. 0.5%. Who gives a fuck about PvP? That's not what this game is based on. And if you want to do that shit, if you want to start balancing things with PvP too, then you separate the two. You separate PvE from PvP stats on all the skills and everything. While in a PvP zone, this now takes 3 seconds to cast instead of 1. Whatever. All right. I think I'm going to get off my soapbox and chill. So anybody who's watching now or anybody that watches this later, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope it was informative and helpful in some way, shape, or form. Good night.